YouTube, what's poppin', y'all? It's your boy D Hyde. Just want to welcome you guys back to the channel. Now in today's video, I want to show you guys how I shape and style my beard. Now the process that I went through to get where I'm at now as far as how my beard looks, with it being so high, and then the hair down here on my neck being so low, it definitely took time, you know? A lot of times you always hear myself or other people in the beard game talk about patience and time, you know? Patience and time definitely plays a big role in you kind of achieving the look that you're looking for. Now, when I initially started my beard journey, when I had that 5 o'clock shadow, like I'm gonna show you guys in this picture, when I started my lineup and I started shaping my beard, I think on week 2 or week 3, I created a line, right? And what I told myself was I was gonna create a line and, you know, based on how I had my beard before, I was gonna raise it up a little bit higher on my cheek line and then drop it down a little bit lower on my jawline and just let it grow in. And then hopefully after time, you know, just kind of hitting those same lines, my beard will eventually grow in, be nice and full, and then everything will be all good. But what I didn't understand during that time is that I was gonna have to go through some changes when it came to how I shaped my beard, as far as how I cut my beard, and raising up my line on my cheek and dropping my line down on my jawline. So with that, man, let me show you guys really quick. So this is the height of my cheek line, okay? Now, when I initially started again, when I started this journey, my cheek line was a lot lower. It was probably down to about right there, I wanna say. Now from here and down, this is how high I raised my cheek line since the first time I started growing out my beard back in February 2016. Now, I kept my beard like that for a number of weeks. I think not until about week 10 or somewhere around there. I'll leave the video up so you guys can see it. You can click on the card. But someone has suggested, one of my subscribers has suggested that I raise my line up. It'll make my beard look a lot better, make it look a little fuller. So with that, I decided to give it a shot. I didn't know for sure if I was able to achieve that, just because I do notice that when I raise my line up a little bit, it's not as solid as it looks when it's a little lower, because the hairs doesn't fill in as much the higher I go on my cheek line, all right? But I gave it a shot anyway. You know, I raised it up. One thing I noticed is that once, you know, this hair started to grow and get a little longer, it actually started to cover up the gap and it started to look a little better. So when it came to me raising my cheek line, that was the beginning stages of kind of making the first change when it came to my beard, and ultimately what led to me having the beard that I have now in this particular style. Now when it comes to the jawline, right? And it was pretty much the same thing. Now I didn't start dropping my line down maybe until a couple weeks after I raised my line up on my cheek. And this was a process within itself also, because in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, well, if I raise this up, I kind of wanted to drop this down a little bit. So I went ahead and dropped it down. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna drop it down a little bit and keep it like that. Worst case scenario, if it doesn't look good, then I can always, you know, bring it up a little higher. So when I initially dropped that line again, it did look a little funky, but I knew ultimately with time, it will start to look right and start to fill in more, because when you don't have a lot of hair, like down in this area, it kind of gives it like a weird look because you have all this hair growing down on the lower part of your neck. But once that starts to fill in, your beard is going to look a lot fuller, kind of like how my beard looks now. All right. So after all that time and just letting it grow, as you guys can see, this is what I was able to achieve. So again, dropping that line, raising my cheek line up a little bit, and just allowing all of that to grow in after time eventually led to what I have now and gave me the style and the look that I'm looking for when it comes to my beard. But there's one more step that I do to kind of give me that last and final look to my beard, and that's trimming down this area right here, which I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys see me do that in my videos. If you guys haven't seen the video where I do that, you guys can click on the card and check it out. If not, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys anyway, because I do need to knock off a little bit off the sides today in this video. And that's one of the key things that I do as far as giving me the shape that I'm looking for when it comes to my beard. All right. Now, with all that being said, man, listen, at the end of the day, I know that we're all different and we all have different situations when it comes to coverage on our face, you know, and for me personally, again, those steps that I went through, I didn't know what I was capable of at that time either. You know, I knew that I had coverage on my neck and I had some coverage on my face, but because I had these gaps and different things like that, I didn't know what the outcome of my beard would be. until I gave it a shot, you know. But if you've given this a shot and you try to raise your cheek line up and it didn't work out, you can always drop it back down a little lower, work with what you have. So don't really worry about all this too much, dropping this down, raising this up high if you're not able to achieve that. You have to kind of analyze how your beard is growing and how it's coming in. And if it's not working out, then it's okay. Just raise it up a little higher, and then you can drop the cheek line down a little bit and just work with whatever it is you have. And over time, as your beard gets a little longer, it will start to look a little fuller. All right, so now what I want to do is I want to show you guys how I achieve that final look when it comes to the shape of my beard, by me trimming down the sides a little bit. Now let me go ahead and wet the beard up a little bit because it is dry. So I'm gonna have to wet it up and pick it out. And then I'm gonna show you guys exactly how I trim it. And then I'm gonna style it for you guys to show you guys the final look, all right? All right, so now that everything is picked out, this is what I do to kind of, again, just kind of create that drop down look, all right? I have all the growth down here. My line is down low. My cheek line is high. Now, I just want that look to where it's kind of low here and then kind of flares out at the bottom. So I just go ahead and use my Speedmaster tools, but this is how I maintain that look, all right? Now, as you guys can see, I'm not digging into my beard. I'm not, you know, kind of going in and trying to do all that. I'm keeping this thing super flat, and I'm just guiding it up my beard. And then every now and then, if this part gets a little out of control, because what happens is that even though I've chopped down this side, this area right up in here starts to grow, and then it'll look kind of big right here. So a lot of times what I'll do is I'll just come and clean all that up too and kind of go around. So all right, and that's pretty much what I do when it comes to just maintaining this shape that I want, all right? Knocking off those sides. And the main reason for this is because going back to my journey, like earlier in my journey, I reached a stage of growth to where my beard was just looking, again, really poofy. And I'm gonna show you guys a picture really quick. And I didn't like that look at all. You know, in that video, I was showing you guys how to train and style your beard and kind of lay it down without taking off any length. But at a certain stage, man, I just couldn't deal with it no more. It was just too big on the sides, and I had to figure out a way to shape it and make it look better. So when it comes to shaping and styling my beard, this is how I shape and style my beard, all right? Again, I keep my line up high. I keep my jawline down pretty low. You know, when you reach that stage of growth to where you're trying to add shape to your beard and have your beard look real nice and sharp, then this is what I do to kind of achieve that, knocking off those sides and really giving my beard a nice, clean look, all right? Without it looking too big, poofy, and all over the place. So with that, fellas, listen, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope the video was helpful, man. And if you guys can do me a big favor and hit the like button on this video, if you guys truly enjoyed this video, it really helps to get the video out to more people. It helps with YouTube's algorithm and just helps the channel overall, man. So I would highly appreciate that if you hit that like button on this video. But with that, man, you guys stay safe, stay blessed like always. Take care of yourselves. This is your boy D Hyde. And if you're new to the channel, man, make sure you also subscribe and check out some of my other videos. I'm gonna leave them up here around for you guys to check out. I created a playlist for all my videos now. But you guys be easy, and I will see you guys in the next one. All right, peace out.